All right, welcome to another episode of Barside Chats here at Fitzgerald's Bicycles in the 9 Bar. Cheers, Brandon.
Cheers. What do you got in that glass, Fitzy?
Well, today we're talking about personalization. And I made myself a nice cortado, kind of our signature drink here, because we like to personalize drinks for the people.
Definitely. And we'll personalize your bike as well. What does personalizing a bike mean to you, Fitzy?
Well, I think what it means to us here at Fitzgerald's is a little different than what people sometimes think about a custom build or a personalized build. It can be a full custom process where we start from a frame up. It could also just be putting a little extra bling and color on somebody's bike and making it their own.
And I think that the personalization or customization of a bike is just a matter of understanding what the customer's looking for and being able to take and lay out a couple options for them that's going to really suit their needs and really make that bike unique and fit better to them.
You know, I think it's important to talk about the process and how that all begins. Give us a little idea of, when you start working with a customer, where does it all start?
Well, first it starts with learning more about the customer. Where do they ride? Who are they riding with? What are they looking for out of this particular bike? And that can be a road bike or it can be a mountain bike. And after we take and have a little bit better idea of the direction that we're going, we can really take and lay out particular options for that customer that are going to suit those needs exactly how they want them.
Okay, so B, what I'm hearing is there's lots of ways to personalize a bike. Got some cool stuff on the bar here. Walk us through it a little bit.
So we can start with custom housing. Lots of colors to choose from to take and coordinate with frame color. And we can even get into things like custom grip color and wheel color to really pop on the bike and make sure that it's exactly what you're looking for.
You can start personalizing from a pretty early age, is what you're saying.
Exactly, starting at about 2 years old.
Right, awesome. And a lot of what we have on here is kind of stock stuff, right? I mean, this Salsa Muckluck, that's not a custom frame.
Definitely not, but this bike or frame can be customized however you're looking for. Color coordinating, some housing to match in some of the other accents, and really choosing what fits the budget, the weight, and the goal of the actual build from start to finish.
Yeah, makes sense for sure. Okay, so we've got a lot of stock frames that we can work with because not everybody is looking for an out-of-the-box bike. Out-of-the-box bikes are great. You get a lot of value, a lot of bang for the buck, but you can also sort of take it up another notch.
Definitely. The customized bike is really going to start from the fitting aspect of the process. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out exactly all the angles of the tubing. We're going to find out what you're going to need for top tube length and head tube height, really making sure that bike is truly going to fit you the exact way you want to.
This right here, this Moots is a custom design from Moots out of Steamboat Springs, Colorado. It's a road bike. It's built off of their normal road bike platform. This customer in particular was looking for a little more standover height so she could throw a leg over the top tube and not get into some hip pain and hip limitations. So we worked with the customer very closely and Moots very closely to come up with this sloping top tube. On the other side of the spectrum here, we've got this El Mariachi. Now, that's a stock frame. I think it's what, $6.99 for the frame?
$6.99 for the frame, so you're looking at something that's very reasonable for the price. And you can take, and this bike can be built up as a single speed or as a geared bike.
Yeah, I love the difference between these two bikes because it really shows that you don't have to have a certain budget to get into a highly personalized or even custom bike. It can just be starting with a stock frame and going in exactly the direction you want to go in with that bike.
Exactly, and then you get everything you want from the get-go. You're not swapping parts down the road, and it's just sweet right off the floor.
Well, thanks for checking out another episode of Barside Chat. See them all at fitzgeraldsbicycles.com. You can also find all of our contact info on there. And Brandon, thanks for another great one.
Cheers.
Cheers.